What's up, y'all? Hump day is tomorrow. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Taco Tuesday today. Those of y'all that are into the Taco Tuesday thing. Welcome into the show. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Huevos. Sports with balls, y'all. What a day. What a day. We're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into all sorts of stuff. Baseball, college football, NFL, fantasy football, you name it. I'm here for it. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not jumping on this Tyreek Hill thing with the police officers. That's not what we do here. I'm not about to get into some political bulls. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Look, you guys saw the video. Take from it what you will. But welcome to the show. I'm Jeff Michael, your host as always. We do have a new guest host coming up pretty soon. I'll let you guys know who that is. But today is September the 10th. As always, we're going to start off with these national holidays. Today, World Suicide Prevention. Guys, that's a real thing. That is an absolute real thing. So check on your people. Check on your peeps. World Suicide Prevention Day today. What else we got? National Anti-Junk Light Day. It says learn how to prevent your eyes from becoming damaged by different sources of junk light. Whatever. Ants on a Log Day. Whatever the hell that is. Something about raisins on something. Whatever. Peanut butter, raisins, and celery. So there you go. Ants on a Log. National TV Dinner Day. Boom. That's what I'm having. I'm just kidding. I haven't had a TV dinner in a while. Those used to be a thing. I don't know how they are anymore. National Swap Ideas Day, St. George's K Day, White Balloon Day, World Top Up Day. Say thank you through a gesture rather than kind words. Big Daddy Kane, it's his birthday today. Who else on birthdays? I don't think anybody too big. Ryan Felipe, or whatever his birthday. But there you go. There's your holidays. Biggest one being the suicide prevention. You guys check on your people. We'll get to sports events on this day in history later on in the show. I'll also get to a couple of bets I like. I'm not going to go over Thursday. Well, we might touch on Thursday's game. I don't have many bets as far as that's concerned yet because both running backs for the Miami Dolphins have not practiced yet today. So it being Tuesday, they need to be ready by tomorrow. We will see. Kevin Bauer, as always, joining the show via Facebook. Appreciate you, Kevin, saying go Cowboys. Is that where we're starting? We're starting off with NFL? That's fine. We can start off with the NFL. I have no problem with that. All right, Kevin. We'll start with the Cowboys game. Good job, Cowgirls, right? Cowboys. You beat up on a Deshaun Watson, terrible Cleveland Browns team. And look, if y'all watched the show last week, I told y'all the Cleveland Browns were favored in this game. It was awkward. We saw prior to Super Bowl Sunday, prior to Sunday football kicking off, Dak Prescott getting his contract. Absolutely enormous extension. I would rather hear your thoughts on Dak being the Cowboys, Prescott, than your win, the Dak being the quarterback of the Cowboys, rather than the win over the Browns. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Look, as a sports analyst, that is content all week long. I love it. I don't know if Dak's the guy to get the Cowboys over the hump, but Cowboy fan, let me hear you. Go to Facebook on all your social media outlets and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the Dallas Cowboys giving Dak a huge contract and basically them playing a Cleveland Browns team that looks absolutely ridiculous to the point where they're saying bench Deshaun Watson, and then that will become the worst trade in the history of the NFL. Let's not forget, Deshaun Watson just got hit with another lawsuit from 2020. This is no bullshit. Another one. I told you guys a long time ago. I've said it on my national show. I said it for years and years now when he left the Houston Texans. That Deshaun Watson's mental ability to play the game of football was compromised. And you can just see it. He is. It takes a certain type of person to play the quarterback position in the NFL, and Deshaun Watson does not have it anymore. He was freewheeling. It was fun when he was in Houston. He had an incredible year that year, and then it all went off the rails. Everything fell off the rails for Deshaun Watson, and it is still falling off the rails for Deshaun Watson. Cleveland Browns have a major, major problem there. They might be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. We'll see. I hope you guys didn't take Amari Cooper in your fantasy football. I hope you didn't take Deshaun Watson in your fantasy football. Their defense was supposed to be pretty good. Prescott, it's not like Prescott went on a tear. He only had 179 yards and 1 touchdown. That's not that big. CeeDee Lamb only 5 receptions, 61 yards, but it was a dominating game from the very beginning. Cowboys, Cowboys that good, Browns that bad. I either take your pick. I don't know, but to me, Browns that bad. The Cleveland Browns are that bad. All right, guys, look, coming up next weekend in Conroe, the Conroe Sports Cards and Collectibles Show at the Hyatt Regency. You guys, it's going to be phenomenal. It's the 21st, Saturday. They've got trade night going on. Check it out. Cards, memorabilia, Pokemon, comics, Funko, video games, PSA drop-offs. Just an unbelievable show. We talked about the one 2 weeks ago they had in Katy. It was phenomenal. You guys, this one in Conroe is on point. 200-plus tables, free admission. Me and my kids went to the one 2 weeks ago in Katy. And it opened at 9. We were there at 9:15. There was no parking spots. Place is awesome. It's a great event. Go check it out. It's free. Take the children. Go let them look at some comics and cards. Absolute blast. Core memory for me. I remember going to comic and card shows. An absolute core memory for me. And as always, this show brought to you by Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. You guys, if y'all are familiar with the show, just go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. Get over there. Today's taco, they have $2 tacos all day long. Unbelievable. Beer specials, drink specials, you name it. It's phenomenal. Get to Christian's Tailgate. I think there's 6 of them in the Houston area location, so get over there. If you're not from Houston, get to Houston and go to one. Also, Butler LLC. Listen, I don't have their logo up right now. Check Facebook on all the social media outlets. I had a problem downloading their logo for some reason, but I will get it back up here. This guy's company is phenomenal. Mold remediation, flooding. It's called Butler CCS, man. The guy's company is amazing. He sponsors the show. He does a lot of work. There's a hurricane hit Louisiana. So you guys, if you have any water mitigation stuff, get in touch with Sports for Balls. Get in touch with Butler CCS. I will have it tagged up on the podcast version as soon as this show is over. All right, let's get to these other NFL games. Thursday night, we had Ravens and Chiefs. Great football game. You guys all saw what happened. Tippy-toeing. You know, that's 2 straight games. If y'all remember last year, the Baltimore Ravens lost a game because what was the wide receiver's name having a hell of a game, and they fumbled at the 1-yard line going into the end zone. And then now you have the next game on television is was it Isaiah Likely out of the back of the end zone? Woo, man. But Likely had an incredible game. 9 receptions, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Just unbelievable. Lamar Jackson with 122 rushing yards. Still can't beat the Chiefs. They still cannot beat the Chiefs. How many Super Bowls would Lamar Jackson be in if it was not for the Kansas City Chiefs? 2? Maybe 2. And then Friday night, you had the Packers and the Eagles. The big story with the Green Bay Packers is Jordan Love. How long is he out for? It looks maybe 2 to 4 weeks. And is the Packers season over? That's what you're looking at this point. If they fall to 4 games, 0-4, is the Packers season over? He got hurt with less than a minute left to go in that game. That absolutely sucks. He was 17 of 34, 50%, which is 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I think the huge part here was Saquon Barkley for the Philadelphia Eagles going absolute ham. 24 carries, 109 yards, 34 yards was his long, and 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had 3 touchdowns on the day. He had 23 yards in the air. Just an absolute machine for the Philadelphia Eagles, something that Jalen Hurts desperately needed. Are you guys saying, do you guys think the Eagles are now favorites to go back to the Super Bowl? If Barkley plays like this all year, he hold it up? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if Barkley can sustain that sort of weight or workload throughout the year. But if he does, and the Eagles defense actually plays a little bit better than they did, they're going to be a hell of a team. Steelers, Falcons. Guys, the Falcons are terrible. I get it. The Steelers winning, they won again, man. Are they heading for an above 500 season again with Justin Fields? We just found out today Justin Fields will be the starting quarterback over Russell Wilson, who, by the way, is playing his former team this weekend. Russell Wilson in full pads on the sideline, benched. Wow. There's something going on there. Russ, to me, just by knowing football, I think this is a locker room thing. I don't think Russell Wilson is a team player, guys. I don't. We heard it out of Seattle. We heard it out of Denver. And now you're seeing Justin Fields step in. And Russell Wilson's a backup quarterback at this point. The highest paid backup quarterback in the history of the NFL. Unbelievable. And it's not like Pittsburgh blew the rocks off people. The Atlanta Falcons just have nothing. Like, you want me to go over the box score for the Atlanta Falcons? It was miserable. Cousins, 16 to 26, 155, 2 picks. 59 passer rating. Bijan Robinson, 68 yards on the ground on 18. Tyler Algier, 21 yards. Receiving, the high was 52 by Ray McLeod. And then Bijan at the second with 43 receiving yards. It's just, I mean, the Falcons looked absolutely terrible. A terrible football team. So I don't know. I'm not going to give a ton of credit to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they got to win. And in the NFL, that counts for a lot. It's a W. Cardinals at the Bills. Kyler Murray looked okay. Josh Allen looked like Josh Allen. 232, 2 touchdowns. Great day for Josh Allen. Good day for the Bills. They were at home. They were supposed to win this game. It was a fun game to watch for sure. Kyler Murray, I think, will have some big days. He's just getting back in the groove of things, so give him a little bit. Look, it was only 28-34, right? Cardinals are actually not a bad football team. Bills at home, they only lost by 6. Not a bad game. Not a bad game for the Cardinals. Titans and the Bears. Ooh, Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. There's a few games this past weekend that were meh. And this was one of them. The Titans and the Bears. Way to go. It's a great starting game for Caleb Williams. Good for him. The Bears got a W. He gets his first win. Now, next Sunday night, the Bears will head to Houston, Texas, which will be an incredible football game. And we'll see exactly what both of those teams are made of. The Bears are going to come in with a lot of hype. And the Texans are going to go into that game thinking they have the future in C.J. Stroud. That's going to be a fun game. I will look on here in a minute and check and see if I can get the spread for that game. Let's see if it's out yet. If I'm going to guess, I would say 3. Texans -3. Let's see if it's out. I'm sure it is. Let's see. Here we go. Sunday night. Oh, Houston -6.5. Yeah, I'll take the Bears. Sorry, Texans. I'll take the Bears. The Texans looked okay this past week, but they didn't look like they were I'll get to that game in a minute. But that'll be fun. Next Sunday night, Bears-Texans in Houston. Patriots-Bengals. Pat's got the W's, 16-10. Guys, Joe Burrow looked terrible. Go over the last few seasons with Cincinnati. They are the slowest starting team in the NFL. I wouldn't look too much into this at all. Joe Burrow and company will get it together. They will. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they'll all get it together. They'll get everybody healthy, and they'll start running off some wins. Good early win for Gerard Mayo as the debuting head coach for the Patriots. Good early win for him. They're 1-0. Good for the Patriots. Texans and Colts just touched on it. Colts had this game. The Indianapolis Colts should have beaten the Houston Texans. Houston's Texans defense looked absolutely terrible. They got their secondary got blown out. There's two good things if you're a Texans fan, two good things coming out of this. Number one, your run game was on point. Joe Mixon, 30 carries for 159 and a touchdown. Nobody saw that coming. That's a good thing for the Houston Texans. And C.J. Stroud, 3rd and 4th down, I think he was 100%. So those are your two takeaways. The Colts, you got some work to do, but you're there. They can hang with the Texans. They're going to be better than the Titans. I like the Colts in that division. We'll see what happens. But the Colts definitely gave the Texans a hell of a run. It was 29-27. Great game. Jaguars, Dolphins. Jags are terrible. Dolphins are okay. Tyreek Hill had an 80-yard reception. That was the big play of the game for a touchdown. Of course, after his being handcuffed prior to the game. That's what everybody's talking about. But we'll give the Dolphins some time. Jaguars, I don't see anything happening this year. The Jaguars are going to have to make some moves. Dolphins barely beat the Jaguars, by the way, 2017. So the Dolphins have some work to do there, too. Panthers and Saints. Holy shit, the Saints look good. Sorry. I know this isn't a family show, but man, dude, the Saints put up 47 points on the Panthers. They look good. Man. Kamara, Shaheed, Derek Carr, man. Watch out. That could be the surprise team of the year, the New Orleans Saints. Vikings beat up the Giants. Giants probably the worst team in the NFL right now. I don't see how anything changes. I really don't. I think Daniel Jones, though, is maybe dating one of my crushes, so I'm pissed off about that. Let's see if that that falls apart. Daniel Jones and company scored 6 points. Vikings at 28. Chargers beat up on the Raiders 22-10. Gardner Minshew, quarterback of the Raiders, 257, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Seahawks beat up the Broncos. That was a fun game. Cowboys, I told you, beat the Browns 33-17. Buccaneers over the Commanders, another bad team, 37-20. Baker Mayfield, 289 and 4 touchdowns. Woo! Rams and the Lions. Lions got the best of them in overtime. Great football game. Whenever these two teams get together, it's always fun to watch. Big news out of that is Puka Nuka. He will be out. He's on the IR now. He will be out at least 4 games. Matt Stafford went for 317, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jameson Williams, a sneaky pickup in fantasy football draft. 5 receptions, 121, and a touchdown. This might be his coming out year. And then, of course, last night, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets get pounded on by the Christian McCaffrey-less San Francisco 49ers, who look like they are in midseason form. That defense is just good. Are the Jets going to get better? Sure. Aaron Rodgers going to brush off the rust? Sure. But 49ers, good football team. Really, really good football team. So my takeaways from this past weekend. The Cleveland Browns have massive issues. The Tennessee Titans have massive issues. The New York Giants may have the biggest issues, and the Atlanta Falcons. Those are my bottom 4 teams of the NFL. And you know how we do top 5, bottom 5? Those are my bottom 4. Tomorrow, before this weekend, probably after Thursday night's game, I'll do top 5, bottom 5. Oh, Kevin chiming in here on Facebook saying the Cowboys will beat the Saints this Sunday. Where is that game? Let's check this out. And of course, I'm going to go over all these games probably tomorrow, if not Thursday morning. I will. That'll be fun. That's going to be a fun game. We'll just breeze through them. Bills and Dolphins, fun game. Oh, here it is. Noon on Sunday in Dallas. Woo. Dallas minus 6.5. Here's Kevin. Here's why I say no. You're saying 37-20 on Dallas. No, there's no way. No, and the reason I say no is because Zeke is not going to put together some amazing rushing attack. You're going to have to throw the ball. And when Dak Prescott throws the ball over 40 times, we all know what happens. It's like 80% loss for the Dallas Cowboys when Dak has to throw the ball. So if you stop the run, which is not hard to stop Zeke, this will be an entertaining game. I like Saints plus 6.5 all day. In fact, Kevin, if you want to place a bet, text me, brother. I'm down. We'll do a friendly wager, like 100 push-ups or something. We'll see. We'll see. But I like the Saints plus the 6. I don't know Saints straight up, but I definitely like the Saints plus the 6 points, man. So, anyways, that's your football, your NFL for this past weekend. We do have a game coming up this Thursday, the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, 7:15 on Prime Video. Right now, the line sits at Miami minus 2.5. Give me Buffalo all day long. I don't know if Miami's going to have both their running backs. Mostert is hurt. And so is what's the other running back's name? They just Achane. Both of them are hurt. And you got Jalen Ramsey questionable, Jalen Phillips questionable. Woo, man. I like the Bills. I like the Bills straight up in this game. It is in Miami. I like the Buffalo. Man, that's going to be a fun game. The over-under's at 50. If the weather is fine, this will be an absolute track meet. I'm down for that. I'm down. All right, let's move on to the NCAA. Wow. Absolute. This past weekend was so much fun in the NCAA. So much fun in the NCAA. Let's go to the AP poll first. Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, 1, 2, 3. Alabama's still at 4. It's not like they didn't even miss a step. Saban's gone. They're number 4. Ole Miss 5. Missouri 6. Tennessee 7. Penn State 8. Oregon, Miami, USC, Utah. Up until you get to number 16, everybody's 2-0. And then you have the 1-1 LSU Tigers. Michigan fell 7 spots to number 17 after getting their ass handed to them by the University of Texas at home. That was bad. Notre Dame, how in the hell are you number 18? How? How is that possible? Northern Illinois just beat you 16-14, and you paid them $1.5 million to do it. Their first win over a top 25 school in school history, Northern Illinois. Who in the hell made this ranking where the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are still not only in the top 25, but in the top 20? That's insanity. Absolutely insane. They're number 18. Wow. Louisville 2-0 should be above them. Arizona 2-0 should be above them. Iowa State 2-0 should be above them. Hell, Nebraska's 2-0 after beating the brakes off of the University of Colorado. All of you Deion Sanders, Colorado, Buffalo jumping fans, you've got some issues over there. Major issues. Last year, y'all had a hell of a run. The first 3 games, whatever it was, y'all beat TCU the opening game, and then all that. And then now, wow. Colorado's got some issues. Boston College 24 and Northern Illinois, who, like I just said, beat Notre Dame, bumps up to number 25 in the polls. Now, over in the coaches poll, look, everything's almost the same. Notre Dame's down at 19. But Memphis, who's 2-0, have jumped into the top 25. That's my team, if you can't tell. Oh, what is it right there? The Memphis State Tigers, or now University of Memphis. So there you go. Great games last weekend. Coming up this weekend, there's some fun games as well. That Michigan Texas game was unbelievable. Arizona and Kansas State, 20-14 will go at it. Let's see if we have any more ranked games. Boston College and Missouri will go at it, 24 versus number 6. Oregon State, that's always fun. UTSA at Texas. Texas favored by 35. Nebraska, Northern Iowa. So Tennessee and Kent State. Yeah. So you've got two or three interesting games there. Nothing with too much star power, if you will. LSU's 1-1 at South Carolina. That'll be interesting. LSU cannot afford to lose another game. I think that will knock them out of the playoffs. South Carolina could do it. They're 2-0. LSU's only favored by 7. This is in South Carolina. That will be fun. All right, guys, got a few more minutes here. Let's jump over to some of the baseball topics that I want to go over. We're rounding into playoff form for a lot of these teams. This weekend, or starting tonight, let's see if there's any good games, first of all. Pirates over the Marlins. Let's see. I like the Pirates in that game. Maybe straight up. Maybe not minus the 1. Rays and Phillies, good series. Braves and Nationals. That I could take the Braves in that. Yankees and Royals, great series. 2 of the top absolute, probably 2 best players aside from Shohei going in that series, which is Bobby Witt and Aaron Judge. Mets and Blue Jays go at it. Orioles and Red Sox. Nope. I'll take the Twins. Give me the Twins with Lopez on the mound, 14-8 over Canny. I'll take the minus 1.5 on that. The Guardians, minus 1.5 over the White Sox. The White Sox, folks, I don't know if y'all have heard their record lately. I'm just going to put it out there. 33-112. That's right. They already have racked up 112 losses. Whoa. Worst team in the history of baseball. We are witnessing history. Astros at home versus the Athletics. Spencer Arrighetti on the mound versus Sears. Sears pitch is good. That'll be a fun matchup. Let's see. Who else we got? Give me the Diamondbacks over the Rangers. Brewers. No, I'm not going to mess with that. Dodgers and Cubs. That's a fun 12-3 in manga. The pitcher pitching for the listen, Yamamoto is pitching for the Dodgers, and Imanga is pitching for the Cubs. I don't know if that's history in the making for the MLB, but I would like to see that. That's going to be a blast. But those are your games tonight. You've heard which ones I like. All right, today in sports history on September the 10th. I'm not going back to 1875. Let's get to something a little bit more. Oh, here we go. 1950, Joe DiMaggio becomes the first to hit 3 home runs in a game at Griffith Stadium. What else we got? In 1960, Abibi Baleka of Ethiopia wins Africa's first gold medal ever. Awesome. That's interesting. 1960, future Hall of Fame Jerry Lucas scores 23 points as the U.S. wins its 5th straight men's basketball Olympic gold medal. 90-63 over Brazil. Mickey Mantle hits 643rd homer over right field roof in Detroit. Over the roof in Detroit. Oh, Mickey. That's awesome. What else we got going on? There's some tennis stuff. Stan Musial in 1963 hit a home run in his first at bat as a grandfather. And that rounds it up for today in sports history. All right, got to thank a couple people, guys. Sports with Balls would like to thank Christian's Tailgate. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. Listen, they're packed on the weekends. They have certain bars that are dedicated. There's a Bills one. There's a Miami Dolphins one. I know there's a Cowboys one. Get over there. Find one near you. It's an absolute blast to go to Christian's Tailgate during any sports event. So get to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. Conroe Sports Cards and Collectibles Show coming up on the 21st. My boy Shane, I cannot wait for this thing. It is a free event. Free. Take your kids. Get over there. There's all your information. Everything will be up on Sports with Balls directly after this show because I will post the podcast. All right, guys, enjoy your Tuesday. We'll try to get a show in tomorrow. If not, I will do one Thursday morning before Thursday night football. My name is Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls. I'm out of here.